everybody, it's me, Miss Cheryl, and today we're going to talk about foxes and coyotes. Now, foxes and coyotes are in a family called canines. Have you ever heard of a canine before? Canines are dogs. Canines typically have long muzzles or long noses. They have long legs. They have long bushy tails. They also typically have 5 toes on their front paws and 4 toes on their back paws. They also have specialized teeth, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. We have 3 wild canines in Ohio. We have the coyote, the red fox, and the gray fox. The first wild dog that we're going to talk about is Ohio's largest wild dog, the coyote. The coyote can grow up to 30 pounds, which is a pretty good size for that species. They do resemble a domestic dog or a pet dog. They have the pointy ears, they have this coloring and the long tail, so they can get confused with other people's pets. But this is what the coyote looks like, or the pelt. They have beautiful tan and black fur. They have pointed ears. And they have like a cream color belly. Coyotes can pretty much live anywhere. They are considered generalists, so that means they don't really need any specialized habitat to survive. They can adapt to pretty much anything in their environment, which makes them a very, very sturdy, hardy animal. So their diet consists of meat. They will eat eastern cottontail rabbits, they will eat mice and other small mammals. They will also eat something called carrion, which is another name for a dead animal, and they will also eat plant material too. And if it does come down to it, they will go and eat people's trash. So they are opportunistic animals, so that means they will pretty much eat anything they can to survive. So they're not very picky eaters by any means. The second wild canine I'm going to talk about is the red fox. And the red fox gets its name from its beautiful coloration. It's a very pretty rusty red color. They are smaller than the coyote. They're actually much smaller. These guys can weigh up to 15 pounds. So they're about half the size of the coyote. But they have that rusty red color. They have a white chin and a little bit of white on the underbelly. And one key characteristic of the red fox is red foxes have white tips on the end of their tail. I'll show you this one. This one doesn't have much, but it still has white fur on the tip of its tail. The red fox's habitat consists of prairies, meadows, and they like the edge of the forest. They don't quite go deep into mature forests, so they like to kind of stick on the outsides. Nowadays, they've been adapted to live in neighborhoods or residential areas. That's because some of their habitat has been taken away from them, and so they have no choice but to kind of move in and look for different resources for them to survive. And they do very, very well. So their diet consists of small mammals as well. They'll eat cottontail rabbits, mice and voles, and other small mammals. But they also eat a lot of plant material like nuts and fruits. They are very, very good hunters. They have very good sense of smell. They have very good hearing. And so when they're on the hunt, they will perk their ears up and listen. And then they will follow the sound and the scent of their prey. Another thing that they do is they will kill their prey and stash it away for later. So they may not, when they catch it, they may not eat it right away. They would actually take it and bury it and save it for another time. The third wild canine is the gray fox. The gray fox is the smallest of the three canines in Ohio. They have a different habitat as the other two as well. So this is the gray fox pelt. They get their name from the coloration, so they have a beautiful gray and black coat. They have an orange and a little bit of white on the belly. They also have a white chin like the red fox, but just the overall coloration is different compared to the red fox. Like I said before, these guys have a different habitat than the coyote and the red fox. These guys live in mature forests, and they have one special skill that they have that the other two don't. These guys climb trees. They're the only canine in Ohio that can climb a tree. So they will climb up a tree for protection. They will hang out in trees and sunbathe. They will eat their food in the tree. So if the tree is plentiful of fruit, they will eat that too. So they use it for protection. So that is a very, very good adaptation that they have for surviving in the wild. Gray foxes do eat similar, do have a similar diet than the red fox and coyote. These guys will also eat small mammals like mice and voles. They're also very, very good hunters, and they will also eat plant material as well. So these three animals right here are very, very important to the ecosystem. So if you think about it, think about what they eat. Do you remember what they eat? They all eat small mammals. So they eat mice and voles and moles, all kinds of different rodents. So if these guys were not in the ecosystem, what do you think will happen with the mouse population, or the vole population, or the mole population? They will increase a lot, and we don't want a lot of mice around. So when we have predators like these three in the ecosystem, they help keep that balance. They help keep those small mammal populations down. And we want those small populations down because we don't want to be overrun with mice, right? No, we don't. So we need predators like these guys. So this is the skull of a coyote. Now, as we know, coyotes are in the canine family, and canines have 42 teeth. So I'm going to open up his jaw here so you can see the shape of its teeth. So canines use their teeth for helping them tear and shred and chew meat. So the teeth that are unique to canines are the last upper molar, and you can see the ridges on those teeth. Those are meant for tearing and shredding and chewing. And on the lower jaw, they have a unique first lower molar too. Just check out those ridges and just how sharp those teeth are. Very important for their survival and how they eat and chew their food. They also have incisors and these two very, very sharp teeth right here. These are actually called canines. And the lower jaw has incisors and canines as well. And the canines are meant for holding and tearing and shredding as well. So we are looking up the coyote's nose. So if you're going to look right here, look inside here, and you're going to see these teeny tiny little bones inside of its nose. Now those bones are called turbinates, and turbinates is what helps give canines the ability to have a very, very good sense of smell. So turbinates are covered in mucus, and so once the dog smells or breathes in, the air enters its nose, goes through the turbinates, and the turbinates kind of slow down the air so it can pass through the nose and enter its very, very well developed smell receptor. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about foxes or coyotes, feel free to comment below and we'll be happy to answer them for you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.